friends, I'm back for another Disney video. For today's video, I'm doing a mini-series on kind of Disney College Program frequently asked questions or not so frequently asked questions. And they're going to be about 5 questions per video. So today's topics are going to be car repair, going to the doctor, clothes, makeup, and the DORMS system site thing. Good? Good. So the first question that I saw a lot was, should I bring all my clothes or should I not bring that many because how much am I going to wear my clothes? So I don't really have that big of a wardrobe, but I actually brought all of my clothes. This is what the size of my closet looks like for comparison. Yeah, so as you can see, I don't own a ton. So essentially I did bring up all my clothes. You're going to have a lot of downtime, so bring professional wear, bring weather for the cold because it does get cold, and I know 50 degrees isn't cold, but it is when you live in Florida for a year. Also bring nice clothes if you want to treat yourself or, go out into the town with your friends or something like that. Bring workout clothes, comfortable clothes, that's why, just bring whatever you can, whatever you can fit, bring it, okay? Because you never know what you're gonna miss. You might need something for Disney bounding. Just bring all the selections because I will tell you this, I used every single item in my wardrobe just to put things in perspective. I was there for a year, but just saying. One thing that I wasn't sure how would go well is how the humidity would work with my makeup. I'm from California, so we have dry weather, and Florida is a lot more wet and humid, so you're just in a constant state of wet and sweating. I will tell you what worked personally for me. This might not work for everyone else, but I used the Neutrogena skin clearing makeup, and I did it with the Bare Minerals foundation powder, and those two worked well for me. So I have generally oilier skin, but I actually didn't have any problems while I was in Orlando, which is a first for me because I always have skin problems. And so basically I think what happened was my skin was just getting so much moisture that my skin was just like, okay, we don't need to produce any more moisture. Florida's got it covered for her. So I didn't have any problems with that. I also used the Neutrogena sunscreen, and that never broke me out. So those are just a couple tips. I know those products aren't cruelty-free except for the Bare Minerals foundation. So if that's something that is more important to you, maybe look into something else, but those were the products that worked for me. So what happens if you get sick? I'm going to talk about the point system in another video, but essentially there is a clinic facility by Vista Way. It's the one I went to. It's called Centricare, and they were really great to me. They were very helpful. They followed up. I had an ear infection when I went, and they were able to answer any questions that I had over the phone after my consultation, of course. And yeah, they were really, really helpful, prescribed me what helped for me. I've also heard that if you don't have a car and you live in the Disney complexes, that they will take a shuttle for you, and you can get transportation to that clinic. So I thought that was really helpful. So what happens if you do have a car and it's broken? What do you do? Where do you go? So it's kind of hard when you're living in a different area as to what to look for in a good mechanic, who's reliable, what's cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, there is a Disney car center place, and it's great. I don't have much information about it except for that I know all of my friends went to this car place, so it must have been good, and it must have been relatively affordable, especially for those of us who work at Disney. It is called the Walt Disney World Car Care Center. Am I reading that right? Walt Disney World, yes, the Walt Disney World Car Care Center. It's great. The last bit of information that I'm going to give to you is about the DORMS system. Essentially, the DORMS system is where you register for classes, where you register for housing, where you register to extend. There's a lot of things that are connected to the dorms that are really, really important. First tip, write down your password and write down your username, because for some reason, for so many of us, we could not log back on. It was a huge problem. My battery just died, so sorry if anything is different. Anyways, the DORMS site has its quirks, and one of those many quirks is that you have a hard time logging back in. I don't know why. They kick you out if you try to sign in like 2 times with the wrong password. It'll kick you off for like hours, which is like a safety thing, which I get, which is really fine, great. But then you have to contact the DORMS people, and you have to get your password and everything and reset it, because for some reason it's really difficult to log back on. Can you tell this is a problem? Cool. So here's the number that I'm going to give you to call them if you have any problems. 407-828-3091. Also, if they give you a deadline to do something in like a week, like extensions for example, and they give you a week to do it right then, because you don't want to find yourself doing it at the last minute and you can't sign in. So yeah, that was a problem. I'm just trying to prevent the stress for any of you out there who might be dealing with that. And here's one pro tip from my roommate Katie, who had lots of problems with DORMS. She says, and for a pro tech tip, if you do forget your password and have it reset, make sure to log in through incognito on Chrome, or delete your cookies, or delete your internet history, otherwise it probably won't work. So delete all your stuff and go incognito, or one or the other, and then like reset your password and log on, because if you don't do that, I swear to God, it doesn't work sometimes. Like you'll put it in the right password and it won't work. It just will be like error or something. It was really annoying. I'm just letting you know right now. So just be prepared. Write down your username, email, write down your password. Even if you have problems, you know what? Even if you don't have problems, clear your cookies or something before you log on, and then log on. It was an ordeal. Anyways, those are my 5 tips for this video. I do have more for the future, but if you have any questions that you want answered, please write a comment and I will make sure to put that on my list of questions to answer. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye. Stay magical. Oh, my battery is low. So you know, I'm going to a place nearby. Gotta go. Backstreet Boys, anyone? No? Okay. Hey, I brought my handy dandy computer. No, you can't do that, Nicole.